There is a man sitting across from you right now. It could be a business meeting. It could be a first date. It could be a conversation with someone you have called a friend for years. And in the next 60 seconds, you are going to do something natural. Something you have been told is good. You are going to share something true about yourself. You will think you are being authentic. You will think you are building trust. You will feel a sense of connection. But what you will not see in that moment of vulnerability is your own hand reaching out and handing him a weapon. Machiavelli watched this scene destroy good men, smart men, powerful men, over and over in the courts of Renaissance Italy. They were not defeated on the battlefield. They were dismantled in the drawing room. They made one fatal human mistake. They showed the wrong things to the wrong people. The translation is this: people are constantly, instinctively, looking for your weaknesses, and the moment you willingly reveal them, you have just given them written permission to exploit you. Today, I am going to show you the 7 things Machiavelli warned you must never, ever reveal. And I can promise you, with absolute certainty, that you are revealing at least 3 of them right now in your daily life. Number 1, the first thing you must never show: your full capabilities. Machiavelli understood a subtlety most people miss. The moment someone knows exactly what you are capable of, they know your ceiling. They know your limits. And more importantly, they now possess the blueprint for how to beat you. The ancient strategist Sun Tzu said it perfectly: appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. But most men do the precise opposite. They show their entire hand. They boast about their achievements. They list their skills. They talk about their potential. They think this builds respect. It does not. It builds a target. Let me give you a clear example. The corporate world, you are the best performer on your team, and you make sure everyone knows it. You talk about your numbers. You detail your deals. You celebrate your wins publicly. You are simply meeting the standard you yourself set. But it gets worse. Your colleagues, your rivals, they now know the exact score they need to beat. You showed them the height of the bar, and now they know precisely where to aim. Smart men, strategic men, they never show their full strength. They always keep something in reserve, a capability nobody knows about, a skill they have not yet revealed, a depth they have never displayed. Why? Because the moment you need it, that hidden reserve becomes a shock. It is unexpected. And in any game of power, the unexpected is devastating. Consider how empires are built. For years, everyone thought Jeff Bezos was just selling books. Just the books. The world had no idea he was simultaneously building the vast, silent infrastructure to dominate cloud computing, global logistics, and entertainment. By the time his competitors realized his full strength, it was far too late to mount a defense. He never showed his hand until he was ready to play it. You keep 20% in the shadows, in a vault only you can access. That 20% is your edge. That is what they never see coming. Never show your full strength, because the moment they know what you can do, they begin preparing for it. This is where most people destroy their own dreams before they have even taken the first step. They get excited. They have an idea, a business concept, a project, a personal goal. And what is their first instinct? They tell everyone. They announce it on social media. They discuss it at dinner parties. They share their vision with casual acquaintances. And then, months later, they wonder with genuine confusion why it never happened. Why the energy faded. Why someone else did it first. The word broken is a necessity of the present. What does that mean? It means people change. Circumstances change. Loyalties shift. The moment you tell someone your plan, you have given them the power to sabotage it. Consciously or unconsciously. Maybe it is jealousy. Maybe the thought of you succeeding and leaving them behind is too painful for their ego to bear. Maybe they simply cannot stand to watch someone else win. So they begin. They discourage you with well-meaning concern. They poke holes in your logic. They plant seeds of doubt in your mind. Or worse, far worse, they steal the idea and execute it themselves. I am not saying everyone is out to get you, but some people are. and you do not always know who they are. So why take the risk? Winners move in silence. They build in private. They do the hard, thankless work when no one is watching. And then, one day, they announce the result. Not the plan, the finished result. Think of every major product launch in history. Apple did not hold focus groups for the iPhone. They did not post early sketches online. They built it in total secrecy, and then one day, they simply showed up and changed the world. Imagine if Steve Jobs had tweeted 2 years earlier, working on a phone with no buttons. It is also a computer. His competitors would have had a prototype on the market before his engineers finished their coffee. Your plans are sacred. Your vision is private. Do not tell people what you are building until it is already built. Do not announce your next move until you are already 3 moves ahead. Silence is not just golden. Silence is strategic. Number 3. Never show your full resources. Your money, your assets, your wealth. Machiavelli was obsessed with this principle. He watched princes who flaunted their gold and jewels get surrounded by smiling parasites, people who kissed their rings while secretly plotting to take everything from them. He said, "Men forget more quickly the death of their father than the loss of their patrimony. People do not care about you. They care about what you have. And if they know precisely what you have, they will find a way to take it, legally or otherwise." You see this everywhere. You get a promotion, a raise, a windfall. You tell your friends. Suddenly, everyone has a financial emergency. Everyone has a can't-miss investment opportunity. Everyone expects you to pick up the dinner tab. You post a picture of your new car, your vacation, your success. Suddenly, distant relatives you have not spoken to in a decade are in your messages. "Hey, just checking in." No, they are not. They saw the post, but it is worse than simple parasitism. Showing your wealth creates envy. And envy is a slow, insidious poison. People who were happy for you yesterday will resent you today, not because you harmed them, but because your success holds up a mirror to their own lack of it. Your win highlights their loss. And a resentful person is a dangerous person. Look at the data on lottery winners. Most are bankrupt within 5 years, but before the money is gone, something else is destroyed. Their relationships, friends disappear. Families turn hostile and sue them because they showed what they had. And everyone wanted a piece. The smartest wealthy people you will ever meet, you will never know are wealthy. They drive ordinary cars. They wear ordinary clothes. They live in ordinary neighborhoods, not because they cannot afford more, but because they understand a crucial truth. The less people know you have, the safer you are. Quiet wealth is protected wealth. So stop posting your wins. Stop flashing your success. Stop telling people your net worth. Keep your resources a mystery. Let them guess. Let them wonder. But never, ever let them know for sure. Because the moment they know what you have, they begin planning how to take it. Number 4, never reveal your weaknesses. Now, I know what you are thinking. We live in the age of vulnerability. We are told that sharing our flaws is strength. That authenticity requires full transparency. No, that is what they want you to believe, so that you will make yourself an easy target. Machiavelli was clear. It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. Why? Because fear, or more accurately, respect born from boundaries, keeps people at a distance. Love, or the desperate need for approval, makes you accessible. And accessibility means they see your soft spots. Every weakness you admit is a target you paint on your own back. You tell someone you are insecure about your intelligence. Now, every future disagreement will involve them questioning your intellect. You confess a fear of abandonment. Now, every time they want control, the threat of leaving will be on the table. You share a past struggle with addiction. Now, in any argument, that history will be thrown in your face as a character indictment. This is human nature. People collect data on you, and when the relationship dynamic shifts, as some inevitably do, they will use every piece of ammunition you generously provided. I am not telling you to bottle everything up. I am not saying never be honest, But there is a grand canyon of difference between being authentic and being strategically foolish. Authentic is sharing your deepest struggle with a partner who has earned that trust over a decade of proven loyalty. Foolish is posting your childhood trauma on social media for thousands of strangers and algorithms. Foolish is telling casual acquaintances about your fears and insecurities. Foolish is believing that vulnerability without extreme discretion is bravery. It is not bravery. It is recklessness. Strategic men keep their weaknesses private. They work on them quietly, in the dark. They handle their battles internally, or with the tiny vetted counsel of the truly trustworthy. Everyone else, the world at large, gets to see only the armor. They never see the cracks beneath, because Machiavelli knew your enemies will exploit every opening you give them. And sometimes, your enemy is the person you used to call a friend. Protect your weaknesses like you protect your bank account, because they are assets of equal value to those who wish you harm. Number 5. Never show your anger. Never show your hurt. The moment someone knows they've gotten to you, you have lost the psychological war. Sun Tzu wrote, "If your opponent is temperamental, seek to irritate him." Think about the cold calculation of that. Your emotional reactions are being studied. They are being tested. They are being cataloged for future use against you. Someone says something disrespectful. You react. Your face flushes. Your voice tightens. You defend yourself passionately. And what did they just learn? They learned they can control you. That all they need to do is press the right button, and you will dance like a puppet. You are predictable now, and predictable people are the easiest of all to manipulate. Machiavelli watched princes lose entire wars because they could not control their tempers. An enemy would insult their honor. Instead of thinking 3 moves ahead, they would charge onto the battlefield, angry, emotional, reckless. And they would be slaughtered because emotion clouds judgment. Anger makes you impulsive. Hurt makes you irrational. And both make you vulnerable. The most dangerous man in any room is the man who does not react. You insult him, he smiles politely. You try to provoke him, he remains calm. You attack him, ego is quiet. And that quiet is terrifying, because you have no idea what he is thinking, no idea what he is planning, no idea if you just made the last mistake of your life. Your emotional control is not composure. It is power. Modern example. A workplace conflict. Someone is trying to undermine you in a meeting. They make a passive-aggressive comment designed to get a rise out of you. Every eye in the room flicks to you, waiting for your response. The weak move. Get defensive. Get angry. Argue back. Now you look emotional and unprofessional. They won. And then move the conversation forward. You did not take the bait. You did not react. And now they are the one who looks petty and emotional, while you look composed and in command. That composure is dominance. So stop showing people when they have hurt you. Stop reacting to petty provocations. Stop letting your emotions be the lever other people can pull to control you. Stay calm. Stay cold. Stay calculating, because the man who controls his emotions controls every situation he enters. Number 6. Never reveal who you truly value. But Machiavelli understood a dark, timeless truth. The people you love most are your greatest strategic vulnerability. He wrote of princes who were destroyed, not by armies at their gates, but through their own families, their children kidnapped for ransom, their wives threatened, their closest advisors bribed or turned against them. Why? Because everyone knew who they loved, and love is the ultimate leverage. You post constantly about your romantic relationship. Your entire social media is a shrine to your partner. Everyone knows this person is your entire world. What happens when that relationship hits a rough patch? Suddenly, everyone is in your business. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone is watching the drama unfold. And worse, anyone who wishes you harm now knows exactly where to strike to cause you maximum pain. Or consider your children. You post their achievements, their school, their sports games, their daily routines. You have, with the best of intentions, created a complete public dossier for any potential predator. You have shown them the map. I am not saying hide your family. I am not saying live without love. But there is profound wisdom in privacy, in keeping your most sacred relationships out of the public spectacle, in not advertising to the world who matters most to you, because the strategically minded will use that information. The jellos will target it. The malicious will seek to exploit it. Keep your inner circle private. Keep your real relationships off the internet. Let people guess who holds your heart, but never give them the confirmation, because the moment they know for certain who you love, they know precisely how to destroy you. Number 7. The final and most important rule: never show your need. This is the one that destroys more men than all the others combined. The moment someone knows you need them more than they need you, the power dynamic shifts permanently, irreversibly, in their favor. Machiavelli saw this in every diplomatic negotiation. The prince who appeared desperate got terrible terms. The prince who appeared indifferent walked away with everything he wanted. Need is perceived as weakness, and people can smell it like blood in the water. You need the job desperately. They will lowball your salary. You need to close the deal. They will add last-minute conditions. You need the relationship. They will take you for granted, knowing you will not leave. This plays out most brutally in dating. A man meets a woman, and he shows his interest too clearly, too quickly. He is always available. He texts constantly. He rearranges his life for her. What happens? Her attraction evaporates, not because he is a bad person, but because his desperation has killed all mystery and challenge. She knows she has him. The hunt is over. Why would she value what she already possesses? Now reverse it. A man who is grounded, who has a full life, who is not desperate for any one outcome. He is kind, but he is not needy. Now, she is the one wondering. She is the one striving to earn his continued interest. She is the one trying to lock him down. The same law governs business. You walk into a negotiation and the other side senses you need this deal more than they do. You have already lost. They will squeeze every concession from you because they know you cannot walk away. But you walk in, appearing as if you have 3 other offers, as if this deal would be nice, but is not essential to your survival. Now, suddenly, they are competing for you. They are making concessions to win you over. Power always flows to the person who needs less. So how do you fix this? The solution is simple, but the work is hard. You must always have options. You must always be building alternatives. You must always be positioning yourself so that no single person, no single job, no single deal, no single outcome has the power to destroy you. When you genuinely do not need any specific thing, you negotiate from a place of strength. You speak from a place of power. You move with unshakable confidence, and people sense that they respect it. They respond to it. Never let anyone know you need them, even if you do, especially if you do, because the moment they know you are desperate, they own you. Let us review the 7 laws, the 7 things you must never reveal. 1. Your full strength. Keep a reserve they cannot see. 2. Your plans. Build in silence. Announce only results. 3. Your resources. Quiet success is the only success that lasts. 4. Your weaknesses. Your armor must have no visible cracks. 5. Your anger. Your hurt. Your emotional control is your power. 6. Who you value most. Privacy is the ultimate protection for love. 7. Your need. Always have options. Now, you must understand why this feels so unnatural. We have been conditioned, relentlessly, to believe that openness is authenticity, that sharing is connection, that vulnerability is strength. But Machiavelli did not live in a self-help book. He lived in the real world. A world where princes who were too open were poisoned at dinner, where leaders who were too trusting were betrayed by their closest allies, where men who revealed too much were systematically destroyed. That world has not changed. It has only put on a modern suit, and learned to use social media. You are not living in a fairy tale where honesty is always rewarded and good intentions are your shield. You are living in a complex ecosystem where people collect information and they use that information when it serves their interests. So, be smart. Be strategic. Be ruthlessly selective about what you reveal and to whom you reveal it. This does not make you fake. It makes you formidable. The most powerful men in history were not the most transparent. They were the most careful, the most calculated, the most strategic about what they showed to the world and what they kept locked away in the vault. If you want to build something real, if you want to protect what truly matters, if you want to move through this world without being dismantled by your own honesty, you must learn to do the same. Stop showing everything. Stop telling everyone. Stop making yourself the easiest target in the room. Keep your cards close. Keep your strength hidden. Keep your emotions under your command. Because in a world full of people who are instinctively, constantly looking for weaknesses, the man with no visible vulnerabilities is the man that nobody can touch. That is not paranoia. That is Machiavelli's law, and it has been working for 500 years.